Dude, it kind of smells like poppin' bees.
Huh? What's poppin'?
What's poppin' bees? Welcome back to BeerSos. It's part 2, guys.
It's part 2. This is 1. This is 2.
This is part 2.
We've been avoiding a certain topic in the world. You know when like you just avoid a topic?
Yeah, like that big gray thing in the room. Some people call it an elephant.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
We got one.
Yeah, me and DZ here. We have
A little yellow elephant.
we have a bit of a not a little, but a very large yellow
Okay, it's
elephant
not
in the
that
room.
large.
It's large based on the fact that when it happened, me and you said we'll never talk about this, and we've never talked
It's
about
also
it.
large because we don't have elephants. Elephant
here.
sizes are only relative, you know?
Okay.
So this could be large to us,
Okay.
but somebody out there with a like weird relationship, you know, they might think that our elephant's small because they keep a lot of elephants. We have one elephant.
We have one
It's
elephant.
all relative,
So, okay,
dude.
you know what? I respect that. It's quantitative. You know what I mean? And our elephant, this is a big elephant for me and
us.
DZ, based on the fact that this guy looked me in the eyes, said, "Yo, never talk about this," and we've never talked about it. We haven't talked about it.
Yeah.
And
But
yeah,
there's been references,
Slight
slight comedic references
Yeah.
about it. But never fully in depth. Now you guys are probably wondering,
what is this white elephant or yellow elephant?
and if you're a little weirdo, you're probably like, "Oh, they had sex."
Guys,
If this is the first place your mind goes to,
rekindle the relationship with your mom.
rekindle that.
Yeah,
It'll be
rekindle
good
it.
for you.
But I think the best way to how do we dive into this? Because we've never talked about it.
So one day I woke up. I mean, we could
Okay,
start
you know what?
there.
Yeah, you want to start it off?
I don't
Start it
know.
off. Start us off.
I'm probably gonna get it wrong too, just because I've pushed this story. into the
Okay, well,
depths
how
of my
about I
brain.
give prologue?
What's that? I don't
Prologue
read
is
books,
like
bro.
basically prologue is kind of like background information
Okay.
before a story begins.
Okay.
So I want to give background knowledge on it. Okay.
Okay.
So dude,
That's
I'm
actually good because I
yeah.
wasn't there for the prologue, but you were.
I was there for the prologue. I can't believe we're talking.
So I'm not in the story.
I
yet.
do want to say this though. I didn't think we would talk about this ever. I never thought we would talk about
Okay,
this.
because
Because we really had this sealed tight between me and you. Not even his girlfriend knows
the thing
about
is,
this.
you know what's funny? I'm not even gonna tell her. Like this is gonna go out to y'all, but she won't know.
She won't know about
And I
it.
trust you guys.
Guys,
there's
keep
a
it on
level
the
of
down
trust.
low. Keep it on the fucking down low.
There's a level, and if you hate us, if you're your uncle on assignment, you know that guy.
What the fuck is Uncle on
That's
the
my
side?
fucking bro.
Is that
That's
your-
my boy. That's
Okay,
the
is
dude
that-
I've been beefing for years.
You've been
bro.
beefing with a
Yeah.
guy,
Yeah.
Uncle of assignment?
Yeah, but it's like love, you know.
Okay, it's like it's all peace and love in the end of the day.
It's like
It's like love-hate relationship.
What's like a beef in like a movie where they like low key like it?
It's like Aang and Zuko.
Yeah, it's like
it's
Aang and
like
Zuko.
it's like they ended up being buddies at the
Exactly.
end. Okay, so it's like
so
that.
if you're him, you know,
Shout out to you,
just
brother.
don't do it. Like it's all love.
It's all love, guy. It's all love. We love you. We love you, Unc.
So this is you know, we're gonna get into this later, but my attachment type that got placed, I don't trust easily. Nah, this is not true. I'm trusting y'all right now.
He's trusting. So, prologue, guys. Are you ready for this? Lock in. Everybody lock in. So can I say your girlfriend's name? Mm-hmm. So, Danny one day messages me. So I did a little bit of a lean like that. That's why I was weird.
I'm worried about the framing today for some reason.
Why are you worried about the framing today?
Because usually you have your hair out, so it's like
Do you need reference? You need me to take my hat off? My
but you
hair's
can't,
clapped because
bro.
I've had a hat
you
on
No,
all day.
you don't take your hat off after you put it on. That's not how it works.
Yeah, that's not how it works. All wavy haired. All men
all
understand.
men.
All
Yeah.
men understand. So one day, Derek's girlfriend Danny gives me a message, and this is literally like 6 months ago, guys. This is not recent. Okay, this was like 6 months ago.
It's a little bit recent.
A little like I want to say 6 to 4 months ago. It was quite a while ago,
It's
right?
about 5.
5. Okay,
We'll go
let's
in
say
the
5.
middle.
Let's say 5. So 5 months ago, Danny messages me, just me. She direct messages me, and she says, "Hey,
On
Nico."
what? Text message?
Text message, yeah.
Okay.
iMessage. And she goes, "Hey, Nico, I'm planning on surprising Derek. I'm coming down this date, and I want to like prank him. I've been thinking of good prank ideas, like should I sneak into his house and pretend to capture him?
Ooh, like Sam Peppa.
Yeah. Or should I
You
just...
should have Sam Peppered me.
I said we should. Or should I just pull up to his doorstep, or should I scare him? What should I do?" And then I was like, yo, let me help you maybe think of an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's plan something. And what we decided on is she was just going to surprise you, be like, hey, I need a rock. Like, fuck, I'm fucking up on my explanation. I'm so sorry,
because,
guys.
Again, we pushed this story down.
Like, guys,
he's a real one. He erased it.
So I'm going through the backlogs right now to find this.
Well, let me ask you this question. How
Yeah.
long before she came did she ask you?
Like 3 weeks to a month.
Okay, yeah,
maybe.
and I didn't know anything.
Like quite a while. Yeah,
didn't know
and I
shit.
kept it on the down low. And what we agreed upon was me and DZ were gonna be walking around somewhere where kind of close to where we live, and then Danny was gonna be there and be like, oh, hey, what are the chances I run into you, DZ? That's so funny. Blah, blah. Let's make out.
It's actually
boyfriend,
funny.
girlfriend stuff, right?
Yeah.
Great fucking, it was going to be a great prank. It was going to be amazing, right? And it was all coming together. All the pieces were coming together. And the day she was coming was actually, longtime BeerSos will know this day.
Medium
It's-
time beef sauce.
Yes,
It's not
medium.
that long,
Okay, it's not
bro.
that long ago. But, okay, medium BeerSos will know this. The day she came was the day that we filmed the mukbang therapy episode.
And if you watched the mukbang therapy episode, you'll know that we drank the night before, woke up, went to get donuts and fried chicken burgers as
then-
our first meal of the day.
Yeah, and then ate it, greasy as fuck. We feel like shit already, but now I'm gonna give it Derek. But Derek felt like extra shit that day, and why?
I felt extra shit that day because she's the worst liar of all time. You know, I pride myself in being able to gaslight, manipulate
Yeah.
my way through things. Put me on fucking Bachelor, Love Island,
He's winning.
The Survivor,
Yeah.
The Amazing Race. No, that's
Anything.
different.
No, you could probably actually no. That is different. That is different.
I
Yeah,
don't- I don't
because
know
there's
how to
puzzles
I don't
and
know how to
shit.
swim.
Yeah, that's gonna be a
That's
problem.
like the first challenge. But I'm a good liar.
great.
I'm a good improvisation guy. She, on the other hand, is shit. She
Yeah.
didn't have her backstory down, but not in a way of like, oh, she just didn't think about it. I know she thought about her backstory. She just sucks at it.
Yeah.
You know, me, I'm different. I keep flexing myself for some reason.
He's
Because you know
flexing his
why?
ability
You
to
know,
lie.
I literally know why.
Why?
Because I'm embarrassed by the story, so I'm trying to gas myself.
Are
up
you sure? Are you
before I-
embarrassed?
Yes.
Okay. That's
Why do you
okay.
think we hit it, bro?
Yeah, that,
This is
And
embarrassing.
So, the day of when we recorded mukbang therapy, Derek picks me up in his car,
And I'm tweaking.
and we're the reason why he picks me up is we're going to pick up all the food. Cream Pony, they gave us food for the shoot, right? And I instantly get in the car. Derek's tweaking the.
Did you
fuck
know
out.
I was tweaking the fuck out?
I knew you were tweaking the fuck out by your text because you were like, dude, I'm having the worst day today.
And I don't say that.
Yeah, like,
Because
this-
usually all my days are like pretty same. You know?
Like they're
I'm-
all like 7 out of 10 or 8 out of 10 days. Yeah.
Or like a 6, but a 6 isn't the worst day.
This
To
guy
say
messaged
the
me,
worst
I'm
day
having
is
the
like-
worst day. I
That
was
means
like,
like 2 out of 10 days.
so I instantly knew what was happening. Like I instantly knew like this guy like something like he thinks Danny's gonna pick up the murder.
because hold up, bro.
No, I'm not. What am I? I'm not even attacking. Okay, so you know what? Okay, we're acknowledging the yellow elephant. I understand. Say your piece. Say your piece. Say your piece.
So the night before, first of all, like the 3 days before, she's like catching up on everything she needs to do before she comes. She's doing all her school. She's going to work. She's doing all the things you need to do, like fucking say bye to your dog or something. You know, spend quality time with your dog. Pet it a little bit.
As one does. As one does.
Yeah, and it stays. But then, since she's doing that, she's not like being consistent in the relationship very much, right?
Over like how many days was this? 3 days?
Yeah. Dude, 3 days? Okay, let's not talk for 3 days and see what happens, bro. Let's sit
literally-
here on the camera and not speak at all for 3 days. You know how long that's going to be?
Okay. I understand.
The fucking camera's going to overheat. The SD card's going to run.
Okay, bro. Okay,
Jesus, bro. Guys, I'm my bad. I'm gonna tell the story objective now. I'm gonna take my emotions
Objective.
out of this.
Objective.
So yeah, not that long.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she was just like, say, I'm busy, whatever. That didn't bother me that much. And then the last day, when she was supposed to get on her flight in the like 5 a.m, she's like, oh, I'm having a sleepover with
Yeah.
my friend. And I'm like, okay, whatever, because we went out to JJ's birthday that night.
Yeah,
anyway.
we
were
went to
busy.
JJ's birthday, and then that night, Danny was like, because she was getting on a flight at 5 a.m. so she could get here in time for the surprise,
And her
right?
cover was, I'm doing a sleepover, which I was like, yo, Makes complete sense. Like, I believed it so far. I want y'all to know. Like, I say she was a bad liar, but I believed this shit so far. And so her friend was sleeping over at her house, but the first... Keep in mind, so she's already like being distant, right? I don't like that. I like to know what's up. Why do you think I look in the mirror all the time?
Because he likes to keep updated.
I've talked to you about this. I like to be in touch. I like to be up to date.
And something I want to add on here, because what I respect is on BeerSos, we always air each other out. We always air Derek out. And I do want to back him a little bit here. What I appreciate about DZ, and what I hope you guys can learn to appreciate about him as well, is his consistency. He is an up-to-date guy. If he feels a certain type of way, he's gonna say it. He will let me know his temperature. He'll
Also, I check all my friends' locations a lot. Too.
Yeah.
This is not some weird shit.
He'll always check listening activity. If DG follows somebody new on Instagram, DZ will know.
I know.
Like, he is up to date.
I'm up to date with my bros.
I respect the consistency of that within itself.
If there was news channels for your friends, I would be tuning in every Sunday morning.
You would have six monitors set up. Like,
Yeah.
you would be locked in on everybody's
day.
day.
A fucking Starlink.
Like,
bro.
you know when I'm at work. You know when I get home from
I know
work.
all my shit.
You know what I'm listening to.
Yeah. So
yeah.
this is in character for me, okay?
Yeah, this is in character
Now,
for
like,
my boy.
I don't like when you, for example, when you on New Year's, when you were at work for like 10 hours, I thought you died. And I went on Reddit and I was like, West Vancouver shooting. I'm not even playing, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not trolling.
Yeah.
This is in character for
Yeah.
me.
So it makes sense. What I'm trying to say, guys, is it makes sense for DZ.
So then, fuck, where was I at?
We were at the part where she was lying about the sleepover.
So she's out of sleepover, whatever. I wake up.
Yeah.
Right? Hold up. Her location's off.
Yeah.
Yo. I'm
Okay.
like, wait, because she knew how to do a thing where, well, I don't even know if she meant to do this, but when she turns her location off, it doesn't turn off, it just stops updating. I think you can do that. So instead of just like having it be blank, like, oh, location's turned off for you, it'll just be like, it said her in her house.
Yeah.
And it was like updated 10 hours ago. It was unupdated.
What I do want to say is you shouldn't even feel on the back end for that. I would be jello tweaking as well. Like, if that happened to me, I would be tweaking.
Because what do girls talk about at a sleepover?
Guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They gossip.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And
so your name was put in the mud, and you weren't even there to back yourself up.
I know. That's the thing. I didn't have fucking... Yo, I didn't get to call my lawyer. I didn't have representation there.
He didn't have representation.
Yeah. And like, we know how... I said this last episode. We know how I'm insecure about my abilities as a boyfriend, even though it's irrational. But insecurities are rational.
Yes.
So in my head, I was like, damn, I'm getting dragged in the mud. Okay. We didn't really talk because we usually call every night.
Yeah.
But like, we couldn't. And she and I was like, I totally understand. You're at a sleepover.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. I get home drunk as hell. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to go to bed now. Already changing routine. Wake up. Location's not updated. I'm like, hey, let's call. She's like, I can't.
Yeah.
Why can't you, bruh? Why can't you? And she's like,
there's
work.
a boy in my bed right now. Like, I have to get him. Yeah. So Derek picks me up. I already know he's tweaking based on the fact that he texted me he had a bad day.
I was swerving in that corner.
He was swerving. He swerved into the fucking corner. And I get in the car, and I forgot one of the first things. No, I remember the first thing you said to me. I get in the fucking car, and I'm like,
oh my God.
Dude, how are you, bro? Like, are you okay? You having a bad day? He's like, yeah, Danny's gonna break up with me, but I'm chilling. I was like, what the fuck are you? And keep in mind, I already know what's happening. Like, I know she's on a plane right now, making her way down here. I think if you go through me and Danny's text receipts, I'm pretty sure I messaged her like, "Yo, you gotta lie better." Like, I think I messaged her.
I'm gonna link. Hold on, let me find these messages.
Okay.
So I can...
Okay. While you do that, I'm gonna explain what happens. So we're driving to pick up the donuts and the chicken sandwiches, and I know what's happening. Derek's like, dude, like, he's jumping to all these conclusions in his head. He's like, dude, like, she turned her location off. We haven't called for 3 days, you know, like, and also like, she's like, I always say I love you first. Why didn't she say I love you first, bro?
No, I forgot about that because she. I literally forgot that. Okay, so guys,
Yeah, yeah.
what happens when you're really busy? Your emotional availability goes down. Fact.
Yes.
Okay. Now, she was on a plane. She was packing. She was finishing all her things. But in my head, so if I knew that, I wouldn't tweak because I understand lack of free time and being overwhelmed and having to do a bunch of stuff means that you won't be emotionally available. But just because you're hanging out with your friends for like 6 hours doesn't mean you're emotionally unavailable. See, that didn't add up to me, okay?
Yeah.
So I took the algorithm, I calculated the probability.
The DZ algorithm.
Yeah, that was DZ algorithm, bro.
Somewhat flawed code, guys. I
was
would
DZ.
not run it through DZ algorithm.
So if I knew what she was doing, I would totally understand.
Yeah.
But that emotional unavailability did not add up to what she was doing.
Yeah.
So I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And keep in mind, this is where the embarrassing part gets.
Yeah.
I've only been broken up with. So
You know what's so
in my
funny?
head, I'm like, why does this always happen to me?
Oh my god, fuck, no. But dude, the thing is, so we're driving down there now, and I'm like, Derek's in emotional agony, and it's hard for me to watch. So I'm considering just spilling the beans and going, dude, she's coming down here. It's fine. Because this guy is in fucking pain. The only reason why I held on and didn't tell him was because Derek is about principle. I knew that if I told him,
I would have been like, bruh.
he'd be
really?
like, why the fuck would you tell me that?
Yeah, you should have
And then
let me do it.
also, Danny spent, hundreds of dollars on a plane ticket down here to surprise bro. I'm not going to ruin the surprise. She spent hundreds of dollars to fucking come down here.
Yeah.
It's not my place. So I just need to watch my boy in agony.
And you know I would have pulled through eventually.
And I kept telling Derek, I was like, dude, I promise you it's going to be okay. And he was like, I believe you, bro. I believe you, bro. But I'm still going to tweak.
Yeah, well, because rationality couldn't get me out of it. I literally remember watching, you were like talking about confirmation bias, and I had never heard the term confirmation bias at the time, but I do reference it now.
Yeah,
And the reason I reference it is because you brought it up to me, and I remember when we took a break from filming that episode, I was literally watching a video on confirmation bias to see if I was doing it.
Yeah.
But I got the text, bro.
Oh my God, you want to read them out?
So at night, I sent a picture of me eating a burger, and then I sent another like thing.
I actually remember that burger place. It was new, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was called Poppin' Bees.
What's poppin' bees?
What's Poppin' Bees? Welcome back to BeerSos. My name is Nico Spot.
Do you okay? So did you?
So
Derek's-
we were 20 minutes into it, and I realized I didn't do the intro. That's my bad.
So looking back at it,
Yeah.
it's looking back at the messages.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, there was like nothing different about them.
So
Like,
yeah, you were just
these were very normal text messages for somebody that had a sleepover and then had to go to work next day. You know, if I film like 2 days in a row, I text the same way.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
or if I go out and then I have to film the next day, I text the same way. But something about me at this time, and I was probably just not, you know, I was probably like reading comments, letting it get to me. It was probably a lot of factors in my life that had me not as confident in myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And her lack of availability, it did change a little bit, but not as much to warrant my reaction. It was unwarranted. My reaction was unwarranted. Like a lot of those factors probably just in my life had me insecure, and then that was just tipped it off, and I went on a spiral.
Yeah. Yeah. So now we start filming, and keep in mind,
I'm off my game.
out of all our therapy episodes, this is by far my least favorite. It's not that good, to be honest. We tried our best.
Yeah.
It was what did it for me was the greasy food. No disrespect to the place that gave us food, but like that was the first thing we ate.
Well, greasy is sometimes great. I love Greasy. I don't love Greasy in the morning when I think that I'm about to be single.
And I don't like Greasy in general. I do not like Greasy. If I'm hungover, you know what I like? Apple.
Oh my God. You know what the best thing when you're hungover is?
Orange.
Orange juice,
Yes,
bro.
yes. Like I like healthy shit. Like get me like granola. Like granola with milk or some shit, right? So we both felt like shit. But on top of this, while we're recording, I'm trying to keep Derek emotionally in check and help him regulate his emotions.
And I'm trying to give advice to people.
Yeah.
Dating advice when I'm spiraling about some micro changes in the way my girlfriend was texting me.
Yeah. So this guy, he's tweaking the fuck out. But what happens 2 hours later? We finish the shoot. We do our Patreon stuff.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at this. So she was like, oh, I got called into work. Such a shit. I got called into work. Okay. Given the circumstances, maybe not that bad of an excuse.
Yeah.
But she getting called into work. She never gets called into work. And then when I tried to call her, she was like, I can't. My manager won't let me or something. But her manager always lets her. So in my head, I was like, this is a lie. And I knew it was a lie. Mm-hmm. You know, her manager always let her. So I was like, okay, now she's lying. Mm-hmm. I'm just giving myself some little brownie points there.
And I love that. I love that. And I think that's a great point right there is you knew she was lying, but you didn't know what she was lying about.
Exactly. And I wanted to know.
And with the turning of the location off, with, you know, the lack of I love yous, and he has to prompt the I love you.
And then...
Actually, you know what was really funny?
Nice.
I'm going to talk about this. Is when we were in the car, I kept defending Danny, like, completely. He was like, dude, she turned her location off. I was like, that fucking sometimes happens. Like, dude, sometimes, like, it, like, the location just turns off. Like, I don't know if you did it on purpose.
You knew you were fucking bullshitting.
Yeah, I was bullshitting. And, or other shit that he was like, dude, she went on a sleepover. She definitely was talking about me and how she wants to break up with me. I was like, well, dude, I don't know about that, man. And I kept defending all of the points Derek was bringing up. And then he said, dude, for the past bit, like, I've always had to say I love you first. Like, she never says I love you first. Like, I was like, and I was defending her a bunch. I was like, well, when it comes to that, I don't know, bro.
The thing is, like, that probably happened like twice, and I just exaggerated it.
Derek Zoo, the exaggerator.
The easy exaggeration.
Yeah.
But I want to say, you did a good job at calming me down.
Thank you.
There were points where I was like, okay, I'm actually just being dumb, but then I would spiral back. We finished recording.
Yeah.
But I fucking forgot, like, I was tweaking out, so I forgot, like, the backup batteries or something.
Oh, yeah.
And then...
So, basically, like, we go get backup batteries. We finish recording the Patreon. And the timing's a bit off because Danny's, like, flight got delayed or some shit like that.
Got delayed, like,
so, I have to kill,
2
like,
hours.
an hour. I fucked the timing in my head. Like, the timing was fucked. And I just, like, did a bad job of planning
You know how
it.
hard it is to kill 2 hours when I'm, like, tweaking out?
Yeah, so I was like, dude, let's go get a drink, bro. So we literally go to a bar, get a drink, and then, like, we walk around afterwards. And I'm like, dude, let's go on a walk, man. You want to go on a walk? He's like, what the fuck? No, we never walked before. I'm like, nah, let's just walk.
And
man.
then everyone in my life was being weird, bro.
Actually, yeah, we literally
were
ran
all
into Alex. And he was being weird.
You guys
bro.
were all being weird.
We ran
as
into
fuck.
Alex, like, on the street.
Yeah.
And then
Like, I thought I was having, like, a Truman Show moment.
like you like
Like, I started looking around for cameras, dude. I was like, yo, is this Impractical Jokers?
So I
Or Sal?
delay, and then finally, after like an hour and a half of delaying, Danny turns her location back on. She texts Derek something like, "Hey man, I could really use a ride right now," and she's waiting for him just like 100
And then
meters
I look
away.
at Nico and I'm like, yo.
We never talked about this. All the pieces come together. Derek figures out exactly what's happening, why she was lying. You know, that it was just a facade. It was just one big prank. Derek looks at me. Keep it on the fucking down low.
But the benefits of that, let's talk about some benefits.
But what I want to say is ever since he said keep it on the down low, we have never talked about this
that's-
situation.
yeah.
We've referenced it, like, I want to say
Couple times.
no more than 4 times we've referenced this before in very slight,
vague.
Very vague. This is the first time we've actually ever talked about it.
Yeah. And here's the thing.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed by it. You know, I'm supposed to be this guy that has self-worth, self-value. I'm always talking about, like, I literally just posted a clip today saying, like, are you guys dumb? Like, you guys always make
You
bad...
posted that, yeah.
Like, you guys are always tweaking out. in your relationship.
Mm-hmm.
That was me. And I'm a phony. But
Yep.
the benefit is
Mhm.
it makes me more self-aware. Now I can catch myself spiraling. That and the eyebrows. Those were
Yeah.
those were like back to back, like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
My eyebrow thing, where I thought I was literally just gonna be scarred on my fucking eyebrows forever, and then this was like 2 weeks later. I'm like so aware of my confirmation bias now. Like I really don't spiral that much anymore.
Yeah, I would like
I'm
to say
good.
ever since this day, you haven't spiraled at all. But what was so interesting for me about that yellow elephant that we just discussed now was that I feel like Derek, it's very well known in me and Derek's relationship that he's an avoidant attachment.
Bro,
Right?
I was the avoidant king.
You
in my
were the king of
entire
avoiding.
last relationship.
Yeah.
I was not empathetic once.
And then all of a sudden, he turns into this very like not overall, but this one day,
Yeah.
you were extremely anxious, like cripplingly anxious.
I was like, it was crippling.
And I was like, oh my God, like the change is crazy. So I was surprised when you still got avoidant on your attachment quiz.
And that's confusing. And my criticisms for that quiz.
Because we did the same one, the
yeah.
attachment project,
I
not shout out.
briefly, yeah, no, fuck
No,
it. They
fuck
emailed
it.
me 3 times and I had to unsubscribe.
Oh,
Yeah.
I reported a spam. Fuck you, attachment project.
My quick criticisms for the quiz that I mentioned last time was it focuses too much on how you grew up.
Yeah.
Yes, how you grew up is a big part of your attachment style, but you are capable of rewiring that with relationships. It doesn't really factor in your romantic relationships. It doesn't factor in your personality. It doesn't factor in your friendships
Yeah.
at all.
Something I do want to add to that. My criticism is, so the quiz basically doesn't even take 5 minutes to fucking do. There's 4 pages to the
Yeah.
quiz. One of the whole pages focuses on your relationship with your mom, your relationship with your dad, your relationship with your friends or some shit, and then your relationship with your romantic partner. Me and Derek don't have fucking dads, bro.
Yeah, I was answering like, when I was 4 years old, did I feel comfortable opening up to my dad? I don't
fucking know, bro.
I don't fucking
So
know.
like a quarter of the quiz is completely invalid.
Yeah.
You know?
And then that quarter of the quiz, the sum of it to get your results is the same as your romantic relationship, which kind of like is bullshit.
I think for you, it should be you should be able to it should ask you questions before the quiz, like, do you have a dad? Do you have a mom? And then it configurates the quiz.
It should also ask you questions about yourself, like how do you feel about yourself? You know,
Yeah.
Like I mentioned this before, but I will physically, if I retain my ego, I can't be anxious. I can't be anxious attachment style. Like maybe I had like elephants once a year, but that's it. Like I can never fully be anxious attachment style because I have an ego. But it doesn't ask me anything about my personality. It doesn't ask me how I view others. It just asks me, are you comfortable opening up to your mom?
Yeah, I feel like this quiz is and I feel like any quiz that you do, it's gonna be the same shit.
Yeah, quizzes
you know
are
what I mean?
hard.
Quizzes are hard. It's also hard to make a quiz as well. Honestly, sorry that I've been digging on you, attachment project. I understand. Our situations are very unique.
Yeah, like I couldn't make a quiz. Like,
couldn't make a
you would
quiz.
need to make a DZ quiz.
Yeah, and that's pretty hard to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what did you end up getting when you did the quiz
ended up
again?
getting avoidant.
Slash?
Just like, what's the chemical bond for that? Let's see.
Yeah, it was avoidant slash
Avoidant.
what?
I think it's just avoidant slash. I think the
Disorganized?
slash is. I think the slash is just another word.
A subcategory for it?
I
or
know. I
something?
think it's just another word.
Oh shit.
It's like H2O and water.
Same shit. Dihydrogen monoxide.
Nice. Bro.
Fucking got a 74
It's
in chemistry
dismissive.
11. Dismissive.
I feel like dismissive actually makes more sense to somebody, a viewer, because if you think about it, avoidant is just dismissive. I was so dismissive before.
Yeah.
I was the dismissive guy, and I still am a little bit dismissive.
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree with the full avoidant thing, and I
Yeah.
don't agree with the quiz because I don't think it gives me credit for my secure tendencies that I've developed throughout the year.
Holy shit, I relate to that.
Where's
a
my
lot.
credit, bro?
I fucking relate to that a lot. I feel like last episode, I spoke a lot of my truth, and a lot of my truth was how I just did not resonate with the fucking answer at all. I think it's hard to especially place you into an attachment style in my opinion, because you do have yellow elephant moments, but then you also have like
purple tiger moments.
very dismissive traits as well as
Anxious
insecure
traits.
and anxious traits. So it's very as well as secure traits. Like you are divergent, bro.
I actually am like so around the circle. So that's why I don't agree with this fully. And I would categorize myself. And I had my girlfriend help me with my notes today too, just because
Shout out.
she's my closest person, which
Yeah.
means she could actually call me out if I'm fucking coping.
Yeah.
And we agreed that I am a disorganized attachment style. And a disorganized attachment style / fearful avoidant
Whoa.
is a combination of both. The main difference between a disorganized attachment style and a dismissive attachment style is that the disorganized attachment style isn't as consistent.
You don't have a consistent attachment style.
It leans dismissive and avoidant. Like if you look at it on a spectrum, if it leans dismissive avoidant, but it's not as consistent as someone that's truly dismissive avoidant, as we see with my story. Like I do have anxious moments more than I have ever done. And that's why I don't think I'm fully avoidant like that, because avoidants don't want relationships stereotypically. These are all stereotypes.
Yeah.
They can't trust, they can't open up. That's just not true for me.
No.
It is completely untrue for me.
Oh my God. Because you know what's so interesting? You can't open up. Huh. Because you never talk to me about your problems.
But like, I don't have that many problems, bro.
After debate.
Well, I don't have that many problems that I open up to myself about.
Oh shit. Okay, see that's
So what does
the
that
fucking
mean?
one right
What's
there.
that mean?
If you don't even know about them, how are you supposed to talk to me about them?
Exactly,
You know what I
quiz.
mean?
Exactly, quiz.
Yeah. Holy shit.
But
Well,
like,
'cause-
I want to
yeah.
say my romantic relationship where this all matters the most.
Yeah.
I can. And I can show vulnerability and I can
Yeah.
trust.
Yeah.
So like, this is what I mean by like, I don't get my credit in this.
Yeah. Well, it's also, I do want to add on something here. It depends on who you're with.
Exactly.
If you're fucking not dating, if you're dating somebody else that is less trustworthy, you're not going to want to open up to them.
That's true. Like
it goes
really
to the credit of
depends.
Danny
Yeah.
for building a safe environment for you to open up, right?
Yeah,
If it was somebody else that
that's
is
true.
worse at setting up an environment for you to open up, you're fucking not going to be able to build trust with that
I
person.
will even say, in my case,
Yeah.
if I can't respect my partner, I will never open up to you. But does that mean I'm avoidant, or does it mean I just hate you and don't
So if they
respect
play
you?
League, you're like, I'm not even gonna ask their opinion on like this fit or anything because they're wrong because they play League of Legends. Oh fuck! I just called out his ex, bro. That's my bad.
bro. But
I didn't even mean
but
to.
Is that your bad,
It's not my bad.
or is it the truth?
It's just the truth, and I accidentally. I'm so sorry, guys. That's
Like
my
we
bad.
gonna fucking
Because bro played Overwatch and League, bro. Fuck me.
like I'm never gonna come to you for your opinion, not because I was avoidant at the time, but also me not going to her for her opinion wasn't because I was avoidant. That was because I didn't respect her.
Wait, dude. Something I want to point out real quick is your attachment style fluctuates so much more than mine. I have straight consistency with it. It's been
That's what I
anxious. It has been anxious. Would like to change it. Would say I want to say it's less anxious, but it's always been on the anxious
Bro, I
side.
flex.
You are a flex.
I'm a
bro.
flex.
You actually flex your role a lot.
That's
because
why I say like, oh, I'm not like really. I'm kind of like the more time goes by, I'm not really sure which one I am. Like I flex.
I think you're divergent, bro. Because you went from your first two relationships were anxious. Then you went hard polar opposite, avoidant, to kind of balancing it out in the middle with your fourth relationship. That's like what caused you to go from anxious to avoidant back to in the middle?
The first two anxiouses was because I was a pussy and I hated myself. Then I realized I was a pussy and hated myself and just overcompensated.
Yeah.
And that was also because the first two relationships, I had viewed my partner above me. That's literally what they say. I was the stereotype.
Could I try prodding at a conclusion?
Prod me.
I want to prod you right now and let me know if my prod is incorrect. Your attachment type fluctuates depending on how much you respect them.
There's got to be more factors, probably.
Yeah.
Like, it would be dumb to say that's the only factor, but that is a factor.
Yeah.
That is, I want to say, a large size factor. And the stereotype for the anxious is you view your partner higher than you. That was my first two.
Yeah.
Then, my most recent ex, who I was very avoidant with, I didn't really respect her.
Dude,
This
you
all
know what's
sounds
so
really
funny?
fucked up, but I'm just trying to convey it as factually accurately as
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
And I didn't respect her, and I didn't have respect for her for a long time.
Well, it's not like we're saying that and then laughing about it and being like, oh my God, that's so funny. DZ's the GOAT for that. We're literally talking about it in a
Yeah.
way that reflects negatively on his past character. It's not like we're saying do that. It's not like we're shining this big bright light and be like, this is the way. That's not the way. And we've talked
Yeah.
about how that's not the way.
And now, and as I've become healthier, and I have to give my girlfriend credit because, yeah, if she was batshit crazy, I would still be batshit crazy.
Yeah.
You know, if I eat fucking burgers all day, I would be fat.
You
Same
are, yeah,
shit,
you are
same
what you
shit.
eat, and you're eating some good meals right now.
It's literally
You
the
know what
same
I
thing.
mean? Yeah.
So now, as I see her as equal to me, all of a sudden, I'm the most balanced I've ever been.
Yeah. Huh.
I will like to add, though,
Yeah.
in my notes I write, I'm a high functioning disorganized attachment.
What is disorganized attachment?
Well, let's read this.
Let's read DZ's attachment style. The definition of it. Give it to me.
Disorganized, since I didn't have the PDF that you had
Yeah.
because I didn't actually get the thing that I thought I was. So I didn't, like, they only give you the PDF if you place that way.
Yeah.
So let me figure out, hold on. Because I have written down okay, hold on.
Take your time.
Basically, I have a summary of what a disorganized is
Yeah.
because I feel like it has the least amount of
And
coverage.
just to confirm, that is your attachment style that you resonate with the most. Even though you are divergent, that's the one that we're going to be talking about.
Yeah,
Is that you?
It's
You
the
are
most
disorganized
to me,
attachment.
but I would honestly say I have a lot of security.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't fully categorize myself as secure yet because I'd be cocky.
I
That's
would.
not true.
I feel like that. I feel like I
Yeah.
resonate with that exactly.
But what it makes it's different from avoidant is the lack of consistency. Now, on that website, since I don't have the PDF to give me all the things,
Yeah.
I do have one of their blog posts, and I actually disagree with all of these,
Really?
and that's why I'm so sexually confused about this.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna read these out, and I'm gonna disagree with all of them.
Okay.
Or like maybe I'm like my own attachment type. But hear this: what do relationships with fearful avoidant adults look like?
Fearful avoidant. That is easy.
Yeah, or
What he got. What
Disorganized.
the one he got.
no.
Oh.
Dismissive avoidant and fearful avoidant are different.
Oh fuck. There's so many, bro.
Okay, we gotta stop. We gotta choose one.
Yeah. So what's the one you want to go
So-
with?
No. So there's always two. There's a slash in the middle.
Yeah.
Anxious slash
Something.
preoccupied.
Yeah.
Let's just go with the one on the left every single time.
Okay. Let's do
yeah.
it. Let's do it. Yeah.
So disorganized.
Disorganized.
And I'm not going to agree with these. Adults with a fearful avoidant or disorganized attachment style lack of a coherent approach. On one hand, they want to belong, they want to be loved, while on the other hand, they are afraid to let anyone in. They have a strong fear that the people who are closest to them will hurt them.
Is that true?
No,
Yeah. If you
not really.
once again, I'm gonna add that comes down to circumstances. If you were in a circle of people that you couldn't trust, yeah.
Exactly. Like I have formed such great relationships.
You know everyone has your fucking back.
I know y'all have my back.
That's the thing.
But like, yeah, if I was in a different scenario, this would resonate more. So shout out to y'all.
Yeah.
They fear intimacy and avoid proximity, similar to individuals with an avoidant attachment style. The main difference for disorganized adults is that they want relationships. Okay.
Do you want relationships?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Whereas when I was fully avoidant, I hated being in a relationship.
Yeah.
I just like did it.
Mhm.
Like I did despise the relationship and despised her. But
Oh,
like,
I know.
again, is it situational depending on your partner? Yeah, a
Yeah,
little bit.
100%.
These adults expect and are waiting for the rejection, disappointment, and hurt to come, and their perception is inevitable. And now I don't fully resonate with that, but I have.
I resonate with that now. That's actually a question that I have to ask you. This is something I totally relate to. I always wait for the other shoe, meaning that if things are going too good, I'm like, why the fuck are they going too good right now? Then I start waiting for something bad to happen. I don't know where that's come from, but I go, yo, if things are too good right now, I wait for the other shoe and I wait for that inevitable doom.
Instead of being like, yo, this is lit.
Yeah, life is awesome. And that's fine. If life is too awesome, I start questioning like what the fuck's happening.
Like if you're on a miracle run. You're
Yeah. Do you relate to that? If life is too good, are you like, oh my God, why is it
No.
too good?
For me, it's when life is too bad, then I feel like everything's gonna crash. Like I'm referencing that example
Yeah.
of the story. I saw patterns of bad things, and then I came to the conclusion that a negative outcome would happen.
Yeah.
Instead of you, where it's you see positive things, and then you conclude a negative outcome is going to happen.
Yeah. I always just think it's just for me, if things get too good, if life gets too good, I'm like, what the fuck is happening, bro?
I wouldn't say I'm awaiting rejection or disappointment, and I don't think it's inevitable. But if you asked me this in that story, I would have agreed.
Yeah.
It
depends on the
burped.
day. Does it just depend on the day and where you're at?
I would say 95% of the time I don't agree.
Okay.
But that 5%, let's say, we've had conflict, or my girlfriend and I, we haven't talked much because we're busy and we have separate lives.
Could I give you a circumstance right now?
Yeah, I'm going to try to answer as
Okay.
honestly as possible.
So, 2 weeks, you guys have only FaceTimed 4 times.
Oh, I'm tweaking.
You guys are
Hold on, let me not prematurely nut here.
Okay. No, okay. In 2 weeks, 14 days, a fortnight, okay?
Oh my God.
You have called a total of 5 times, with each call being 30 minutes long. 5 times 30 is what, DZ?
150.
Thanks, bro.
Yo,
So, you've
because
called
I'm
for a
thinking about
total
the psychological
of
shit.
150
Cut
minutes.
Cut that.
Okay. Okay. 150 minutes of pure calling. What's 150 divided by 60? 2.5? That's 2.5
It's like
hours of
2.5.
calling. Yeah, 2.5 hours of calling over a fortnight. Okay.
Whoa.
And
Keep in mind,
yeah,
we call 2.5 hours every 2 days.
yeah. So he's already tweaking a little bit. You guys have a fight, and it's not like a small one. It's like a big fight, and you were in the wrong too. No, like it's not even up to debate.
Like
you
I
were
was
just
being a
you were
pussy.
just being a pussy about something, right? Like you called her mom
Yeah.
ugly by accident or something, right?
Bro. Yeah.
And then she goes to the club and turns her location off. Wait, honestly, I set you up for
this
failure.
is crazy.
I would tweak out.
You would tweak too.
I would tweak the
You would
fuck
tweak too.
out.
That's
No,
horrible.
Never
No,
mind.
no.
Never mind.
14 days, 2.5 hours of calling, no fight, but she's going out with her friends. Not to a club, just at an apartment.
6 friends. No, total of 15 people there. 6 of them guys. 3 of them 6 feet tall. 2 of them brown curly hair, blue eyes, good looking.
0 of them have more followers than me. Can we just have that?
1 of them
No.
has 11K.
Oh, dude. Pussy ass numbers, boy. Fuck you, dog. You got nothing on me, pussy.
So the ego is gonna take you out of it.
Why has she not called me that much? Am I pushing for calling, or am I the busy one?
No. You guys she's just busy.
She's busy, but I'm not. Even though I'm busy.
You're slightly busy. Like we went
But
to
I'm s-
Metro Town to go shopping. And,
No. But that's not busy enough to not call.
Yeah.
Busy is to not call is like, yo, I am like in Vietnam and I'm a
Yeah,
hostage.
she's not in Vietnam. She's at home.
Not a hostage.
Not a hostage.
Not under duress.
Not under duress.
Bro, not even a fortnight in. I'm talking 5 days in.
Yeah.
No, 3 days in, I would message her and be like, what's up? Like, because I am good at communicating, and that's one of my secure traits that isn't
Yeah.
glazed enough. I am a good communicator with her, and she told me that, and it's true. So I would say,
Shout
hey, because we do check-ins every Sunday,
Oh, okay.
probably a Sunday, I'd be like, hey, I've found that you're quite distant. I want kind of more time with you.
Yeah.
What'd she say?
She said, "Oh fuck." She said, I don't know."
I'm just so busy right now, like I can't.
Yeah.
But after this stretch, I'll make time for you. But she's going out with her fucking 11K.
Yeah.
Yo, 11K is weak as fuck, dog. Fuck you, bro.
So, in a situation like that where you do feel insecurity,
7 days in, I would literally probably cry out of my eyes.
but do you just ego yourself out of these situations? Do you think?
No,
When you feel anxious, you just ego yourself
why
out of
don't
it.
this doesn't happen?
Yeah, it won't happen.
But
It was
if
a bad.
but if it did, I wouldn't be able to ego myself out of it.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling you, like I would literally probably cry.
Damn.
Like within 7 days. Not even a fortnight, dog. You
Damn.
gave me fucking credit for that.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what?
Thanks.
Yeah. I got you.
So it's like I can't be avoidant because of that. An avoidant motherfucker's like, it's lit. It's not lit. I'm jittering in my boots.
Yeah.
Like, I'm literally probably wearing the same underwear 3 of those 7 days because I'm tweaking out.
Yeah, and he's walking around outside without fucking pants on.
Yeah,
like what
it's like
Marshall
my
did.
underwear radius.
It fucking quadrupled.
And all of a sudden, like, I'm eating fucking pho like 3 meals a day because I just can't even like survive.
Yeah.
Like I'm not. This is like an exaggeration, but like the crying thing is real. So like, what is this?
Yeah, I feel like it's so hard to place you in a certain kind
That's
of
why
attachment.
I just say
be-
disorganized.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, keep
Because
going.
it seems
keep going.
pretty disorganized.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like the word resonates.
It checks out.
They have trouble believing. Just want to say this before you guys even get any fucking thoughts. I don't believe in this at all. They have trouble believing that their partner will love and support them as they are. Oh wait, what the fuck?
What's up? What?
I said I didn't resonate with it, and then I read it out loud, and then clicked in my head. I do believe it.
You have trouble. Wait, read that again.
Sorry, I just had a little weird moment. They have trouble believing that their partner will love and support them as they are.
Yes,
That's me.
that is you.
Because
That is
I
you.
have that thing where I'm a very rational guy, and I always bring rationality into things. Even if we do a 16 personality test, I'm going to say rational literally a million times. So just get ready for that if that ever comes.
Dude, we have some hot words. We have rational and to a certain extent, and like in my
Generally.
opinion, generally.
I'm a general.
Let me know if you don't agree with this. like those are like the 5.
Yeah. You know what I want to get in my arsenal?
What?
Can I just say this? Can I just say this?
Let me just say something. Let me just say something.
I want to get that in my
Yeah,
arsenal.
yeah.
So what I mean when I say I relate to, they have trouble believing that their partner will love them and support them as they are.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a rational guy. Rationally, I know that the way I do things and the way I value things and my ethics can be seen as unattractive by a lot of people, and generally women, because my values are unempathetic. And I view this as a skill. I view my problem solving as a skill. I view my values on life as a skill. I just,
Yeah.
the amount of times that I pop a stop being a bitch, it's daily.
Mm-hmm.
And
To yourself?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
It makes my life so much better.
Mm-hmm.
Like, have you seen that tweet where it's like some girl with ADHD? She's like, I am ADHD. Like, this is my drawer. It's so messy. And the reply is, you people can't do anything. We can't. Like, y'all can't. I can't. I can't do anything. But when I shame myself, all of a sudden I can do literally everything. And to me, that's a superpower.
Yeah.
And I don't know how else to comfort people.
Well, what makes sense what matters is that works for you. Somebody else isn't going to resonate with that, and that is fine because it doesn't work for you. That's what gets the job done for DZ in the moment.
Like, I'll literally think in my head, like, yo, like, you actually can't do shit, bro. And I'll be like, man, what the fuck?
Like, in 8 years when you're 40,
Yeah.
or 30, sorry, you're not 32. In 8 years when you're 30, or I guess 7 years now, when you're 30,
Jeez.
you might have a different mentality, or you might not. This is what works for you in the moment.
And I think that's the best way to do it. I think shame is a very good motivator. I have used it before.
Oh, yeah,
I've
that's a
used it to
classic.
change myself.
That's
That's
a classic.
easy fucking classic.
Yeah.
And I think it is the best way to do things.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it's not up for debate. It's the best way. So when my girlfriend comes to me with things, it's almost dating me is like, okay, you might get shamed right now. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. You're going to be efficient with me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that I'm not reassuring. It's not that I'm loving. But that is the one spot where I feel inefficient in a relationship. Because I have a very niche way of motivating myself and solving problems. And I also push it on my partner because one of my biggest values in a relationship is having the same thought process. That's for me. So I would understand it fully rationally if my girlfriend one day was like, yo, this is not, like, I can't do this. And the reason being is because girls, this is from the internet,
Okay.
but you see that they desire purely from TikTok, by the way, so I don't fucking know if this is actually even true. My bibliography is literally a TikTok.
His bibliography is a TikTok, so don't cook him.
They want somebody with empathy and emotional intelligence. And I have the emotional intelligence part.
Yeah.
I don't have the empathy part. I don't have empathy.
Yeah. Well, empathy to yeah.
Unless something big happens, I don't believe you should be crying at all. And this isn't toxic masculinity, it's toxic. Don't put masculinity in this.
It's just toxic by itself. Yeah.
And that's one of my biggest pet peeves. Mm-hmm. And that's one of my biggest avoidant traits is big forms of emotion are uncomfortable to me and they make me like cringe, which in itself is toxic. I just don't want y'all to think it's toxic masculinity though, because I put it on everyone.
Don't get him fucking confused.
Yeah. And I would understand if that was a big trait for somebody else. Now, is it irrational for me to think that after my girlfriend has reassured me that it doesn't matter? Yes. Do I resonate with this still? Also, yes.
Yeah. So wait, what was this original? Like you are afraid that you won't have their unconditional love and support. You're afraid of not being unconditionally loved for who you are.
Yeah, irrationally, because it's like that thing specifically, like my ability to comfort and be there for somebody empathetically isn't there. Mm-hmm. And like to me, I'm scared that that's going to be a killer of my relationship.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to fucking lie to you. I know we talked about it last episode. That's great that it worked. I'm not going to repeat exactly what I said last episode because it's the two-parter. Fuck yeah. But I said that works great for you and your current relationship. I'm not going to fucking lie. That might not work for a different relationship.
It doesn't work for many people.
It doesn't work for many people, so you're fucking lucky that you found someone that works for, because that doesn't work for a lot of people.
But the reason I still think like, oh, I have trouble believing that my partner will love and support me as I am is because statistically speaking, statistically is another one.
Lovely.
People don't work like that. So like for me, it's hard to believe that this way works.
And then when you get fucking cooked for saying all of this shit, it's going to even reinforce it in your brain.
When people are in the comments are going to be like, wow, you're so toxic. I'm going to be like, whoa.
Fuck. And then it's going to reinforce it in your head.
Yeah.
Because, not going to lie, that's not going to work for a lot of people. That's very different from the relationship norm of comforting or helping
I would
problem solve.
rather be toxic and get my girlfriend somewhere successful than be loving and she be nowhere.
Realistically, that it's not one or the other in a lot of circumstances.
But if I had to choose.
But if you had to choose, I understand. So that's one of your more avoidant traits.
For me, it's results. I care about results on paper, and I can coddle you after. But if you haven't fixed this fucking problem, you're going to get nothing.
Yeah, okay.
That's how I see it. That's how I do it to myself.
Yeah, and that works for yourself in the current moment.
So that's my insecurity.
Yeah.
What else? Hold on, just cut this.
Cut this.
Because this is all like weirdly written. But I think since I am so divergent, a lot of the things in this article I don't necessarily relate to. So I'm just going to say my anxious traits.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to say my avoidant traits. And then I'm going to say my secure traits. And then I'm making a new one.
Yeah.
DZ avoidant attachment.
So, guys, today we're creating a brand new attachment style.
I'm just going to make my own because I don't fully resonate with this.
Yeah.
And that's because I'm like really high functioning. I am very secure a lot of the time. I mentioned that fault as if it's such a big thing, but it's not. It's just a big thing in my head.
Yeah.
It's all in my head. Here are some anxious tendencies that I have that you might be able to relate to that my girlfriend says I definitely
And I'll
have.
see if I see that in you.
Yeah.
Because, well, obviously it doesn't come out as much with me.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I don't think any anxiety comes out with me.
I just thought you died that one time.
Yeah. Or you know what I do want to
That'll
fucking
happen.
say, guys? I'm going to give Derek some brownie points here. Like, I'm actually giving this guy top tier fucking brownie points. So everyone
Banana loaf. Can I have a banana loaf point, please?
I'm giving him a banana loaf point right now. Like 2 weeks ago, somebody did something that fucked with me. And DZ, this guy was fucking he stood the fuck up.
Yo.
And this guy locked the fuck in. This guy had my back.
I had your back.
He literally texted me, bro, I'm overprotected of you. Nobody fucks with you like that.
Shit. And if you ask my girl, because I was on vacation at the time, I was in San Francisco at the time, and I was like really drunk, and I was like, I crashed out.
Yeah. Like, dude, DZ
I was hella pissed.
Is fucking what I gotta say. If I want someone in my fucking corner, he has my back. He always has a fucker's back. I'm not gonna lie. He was pissed. He was more mad than I was. Yeah.
It also struck a nerve because We'll talk about it one day, but it struck
Yeah.
a certain nerve, and I wish I could watch that back in like third person because I would be so attracted to myself. Hypothetically,
I can
'Cause
just explain
keep
to
in
you what
mind,
happened.
I'm
Yeah.
really drunk, so in my head, I was like this macho guy.
No, you just were so mad, and you were mad on my behalf.
Yeah.
Basically, because of what this person did, you were just fucking pissed, and you're like, "Yo, I'm gonna kill them right now. Like, I'm gonna find them, and I'm gonna kill them." you were like, "I'm gonna string them up, and I'm gonna kill them. Like, eat limb by limb, I'm gonna fucking pull a Dexter."
Because there's people that are like, "Oh, I'll slap you." No, that's just not a good enough and funny enough threat. I'm watching Dexter right now.
Yeah.
I'm
He was
gonna
like,
saran wrap you to a table.
He was like, "I'm gonna kill them,"
Yeah.
and I was like, "Holy shit, yeah, he's going to." Like, I thought you were going to kill them.
Yeah, and I'm saying that on the streets of San Francisco.
Yeah, he was like
People are
yelling.
like,
it.
"Yo, what the
This guy was
fuck?"
pissed, but I do want to say him. If I need somebody on my fucking back, I'm choosing this guy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's my not incentive to be with me, but
That's
one
a
of my good
fucking
traits.
amazing trait that you
Yeah.
have. Is if I want somebody on my team, I'm choosing you. You are the first motherfucker I'm picking in dodgeball.
Oh,
First
dude,
round pick.
dude, I used
First
to get,
pick in the
I
draft.
used to get picked like last in dodgeball and PE.
Because you kind of should have. Actually, you were
No,
never
no.
bad at dodgeball.
In grade 8.
Oh,
Like all the grade 9s thought I was shit because they didn't see my vision, bro.
no, they didn't see it.
I'm a calculated player. Okay, here are some anxious tendencies. If you relate to this,
I might relate to these.
everyone comment how many times you relate to this.
relation counter.
Yeah, and then if you're more than half of relation to this, then you're kind of like DZ.
Yay! It's DZ size.
When physically hurt, some of these are in third person because she wrote them.
Okay.
When physically hurt, DZ creates a bigger reaction in an attempt to elicit an emotional response of comfort.
You do that?
Yes.
Let me think. Yeah, you do.
So if like, let's say, I'm gonna put this in your example now. Let's put a Nico example.
Yeah.
If you were like, damn, it's hard to make examples out of this.
No, you're good.
What's something hurtful? I would get hurt if you were like, honestly, since my ego's fragile,
Yeah.
if you're like, this coffee sucks.
The one that you made.
Yeah. Or if I made you a smoothie and you're like, dude, this shit's ass.
Okay, first off, I'm a cunt if I fucking do that.
But if it was ass, even so.
No,
Sometimes I don't pull through when I make an ass.
But
smoothie.
bro, if you made me dinner, or I don't give a fuck if somebody makes you dinner and you have the fucking audacity to go, yo, this shit kind of sucks, man. You're a fucking cunt, and I hope you fucking die a miserable death, you
Yeah.
piece of shit.
But hypothetically,
I would never do that
yeah,
shit.
but let's say it was.
I can't believe you thought I would
no,
do
but
that.
let's say it was ass. Like but I didn't sip it yet,
Yeah.
so I didn't know it was ass too. But if I did, I would agree. Like
Okay.
that wasn't orange juice. That was my piss storage. Fuck. Like I got it mixed up.
Okay.
Okay. I would probably create I get scared, so in order to compensate for that, I turn big. And I turn big with like anger and irritation. It's like I'd rather be big than small. Some people might just curl up and cry. No, it feels bad to me to curl up. So I try to be like a bear, like
Yeah. You POV he's scaring off a bear.
yeah. And then what I'll probably say is like, yeah, that's not. It's like, what do you fucking think this is shit? Like you think everything is shit? Fuck. You're so fucking negative.
Basically, you just blow it out of the proportion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I'm trying to do is to get you to say sorry.
So you
But
just
but I don't know how.
do you ever say exactly? Do you say, "Yo, I need this"?
If I catch it, sometimes I don't. So like, fuck it. I'm sure my girlfriend's fine for me saying this.
Okay.
But we were in San Francisco and there was like, this Asian guy, and there was an Asian girl and a white guy dating, right?
Yeah.
And I say, oh my God, Oxford study. But you know how I feel about the Oxford study. I think it's
What's
a complete.
the Oxford study?
Oh God, do I have to brain rot this for you?
What?
So, think about an insecure Asian guy. Can you just think about me when I was 18?
Okay, bet. Oh,
Can't get. And what's my biggest goal in life at that time? To get a girlfriend.
yeah.
But imagine I couldn't. Well, I no, don't even. I couldn't. That's not even an imagination.
Yeah, you.
So I created a fake term from a prestigious university that was a fake study that Asian women will always choose white guys. And I spread
As
it
an
on,
excuse for you not being able to
Yeah.
pull. Yeah.
and I spread it on TikTok, and it actually caught on. And then everyone said it
Yeah.
because they just couldn't pull.
Mm-hmm.
And now me,
Mm-hmm.
it's all over TikTok. But I say ironically, like, haha, Oxford study. Like,
Yeah.
it's like a joke that incels say and like loser Asian guys say because they can't pull.
It's basically just coping for you not being able to attract people.
Yeah, but I say it ironically, like, oh, I'm making fun of them.
Yeah.
And then my girlfriend was like, you always say that. And I was like, wait the fuck up.
I'm fucking waiting the fuck up right fucking now.
I'm fucking pissed right now. Explain that. Because if she thought that I meant it unironically,
Yeah.
I would have blown up. Like, straight up. Because that's like if she was like, oh, have you ever played... Like, if she was like, oh, are you going to go home and play Valorant? When the fuck have I ever went home and played Valorant?
Could I say something? I think you really you've said this before. You like it when you are very much aware or can control people's perception of you.
Yes.
You don't like it when somebody interprets you the wrong way.
Because it's not me. That's not real. It's fake. It's fake news.
So if she thought you were like an Oxford study guy, like you would be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So then I kind of like got really irritated. I was like, yo, like stop fucking walking. Let's explain.
Yeah.
And what I was begging for, which I didn't catch at the time, so I had a negative reaction and I felt really bad about this, but I didn't catch that I was just trying for her. So I was just trying to get validation that she did understand me.
Yeah.
And then she did validate me and she was like, no, I know you say ironically, but I interpreted that as different.
Yeah.
So when I felt hurt like that, I created a big reaction to get that reassurance back.
Yeah.
Calculated.
Okay.
I'm a calculated.
Okay.
Well, it was uncalculated.
Well, it was calculated.
My brain
it's calculated
calculated
to
it.
such a certain degree where you're using too complex of an equation to find the same answer as when you could have just used a simple equation. Yo, by the way, boom.
Yeah.
I need validation on this. Instead, you use a very complex equation and very calculating.
Yeah, and I didn't catch it.
In the moment.
When I catch it, I'm good. When I catch it,
Yeah.
I'm secure. I just didn't catch it. It's hard to catch when your tensions are high. Fuck, I didn't eat for a bit, okay? It was cold.
Yeah.
It also depends on how I am. Is Pete having a good day? If he just went into rehab, like I'm fucked up mentally.
Yeah, like
bro.
you can't expect DZ to be okay in the brain.
And then I might get irritated more.
And his smoothie tasted like shit too that day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Then I'm
yeah.
fucking upset. Another anxious tendency. I
Yeah,
prefer
yeah.
to resolve conflict immediately, as it makes me anxious when conflict is not immediately resolved.
I do the same shit.
We said this last episode. If she's like, I need to take 20 minutes, agony. And that's gonna be an agonizing 20 minutes. I like to know where we stand. I like to know, bro. I like to know.
He really likes to keep updated on
Yeah.
everything. Yeah. You
I
like
know
that live feed.
I know.
Yeah.
And like, if it's not live, it's not worth it. Like some people record sports to watch it later. Dude, it's not even fun. It's not even live anymore.
Because you need to gamble on it live while it's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
like everyone else knows the fucking outcome. Not you, though, because you above.
You need to be there right away to see the action take place.
This is something you said about me.
Yeah.
Derek has described a desire to control or manipulate Daniela's perception of him. And then I wrote myself, this applies to everyone. I feel like if I can't control my perception of people, like if you don't think I'm cool, if she doesn't think I'm successful, if my mom doesn't think I'm smart, stuff like that,
Yeah.
I feel like people are going to view me less. And I guess that is even deeper. I guess that makes, I'm scared of people thinking of me as like shit.
I'm going to have a really big fucking thought, and I hope I don't choke on it, but I'm going to say it.
Okay.
It's a really big fucking thought, bro. Like,
I'm not
this
gonna-
is the biggest thought I've ever
I'm not
said
even
on the
gonna say
show.
anything.
Okay. So, in your relationship with me, the biggest factor... Wait. Oh, my God. It's such a big thought. I don't want to lose it. I don't want to fucking lose it, bro. Depending on the context of the relationship, what you value most is what you want to be perceived the best on. And that doesn't make sense, but I'm going to elaborate on it. So with me, our relationship is we're best friends. You want me to think you're cool. So that's how you want me to perceive you as the coolest. In your romantic relationship, you value success, monetary, followers, whatever the fuck. So that's how you want to control Danny's perception of you. Your mom, what does she value? She values education. She values smartness. You didn't go that path of education. So you need to prove to her you're smart in other ways. So that's what you want to control her perception on.
The mom one is 100% true.
Yeah.
The other ones, I think there's a lot more factors. The mom
Yeah.
one is 100% true because my mom just left, so I can say this.
Mm-hmm.
Every time she comes home, she's always talking about like how I didn't go to school. And
Yeah, it
it's
would
like,
irk the fuck out of me.
Mom, I'm doing BeerSos.
Mom, I just got 1 mil on this TikTok.
Like, we're about to start a second channel, Mom.
Derek and Nico.
She doesn't know that, and she doesn't know that. I can't even say the guest. Another guest, a cool guest is coming on the show.
Yeah.
But she doesn't know that, so I have to overcompensate for that part.
Yeah.
Now, for you and friendships, I think my base level of overcompensation is just cool. I think that's my default.
Yeah.
But for my relationship, I overcompensate. It's success, but it's also being a good boyfriend, but it's also being independent. Like, I overcompensate literally everything because I want to show my girlfriend that I'm of value, because deep down, I know deep down that I don't think I'm valuable. I don't feel that ever because I've overcompensated so well, but
Yeah.
I know that there's something in there, and
Yeah.
I know what it is. It's like when you know the ending to a movie because you accidentally Googled the character and it says death at
Well,
the end.
you know it's in there, but you just choose to ignore it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I overcompensate in my romantic relationship with, like, let's say, I don't know, it depends on the scenario. For example, bring it back to that story.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a fortnight. We haven't talked. She's going to 11K guy. Why do you think I kept saying I have more followers than him?
Because you egoed, yeah.
It's relevant in that scenario,
Mm-hmm.
right? But if it was like, oh, he dresses better than you, you know, I would just go on the internet and buy a bunch of clothes. Or if it was like, oh, he drinks more water than you, dude, I'd be chugging.
Yeah. Or yeah, like if he's like, oh, he has more cardio than you.
Oh my
you
God.
would fucking run.
Dude.
He does better Kegels than you.
No, he doesn't! He has one more orgies than you.
No. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So the overcompensation is whatever I'm insecure about. So it's hard to say.
Okay. I have a question, bro.
It's hard to say. It's
what
situational.
if your ego was completely stripped the fuck down? Would you be anxious? If your ego was completely shattered, would you just be one of the most anxious motherfuckers on this planet?
I think so. I think I could be.
Because it's so hard to, I feel like with my attachment style, it was very much standard. It was very much, I think a lot of people can relate to it at the same time as well. You know, it's very digestible. My attachment style was digestible.
No, mine's like eating glass. It doesn't make
Yeah,
sense.
I'm eating it and I'm coming to a bunch of different conclusions. It's like being digested wrong because your attachment style is not, it's very unorthodox. It doesn't apply.
Yeah.
It's not relatable. No lie. I cannot relate to your attachment style. It's just, it's so complex.
Egoists in the chat.
All egoists.
You guys get me, right? Like, and I know people that do this, and I'm so self-aware about my ego that when somebody else overcompensates, I see it.
You know.
I just don't call anyone out.
Yeah.
But I know, like, just a thought.
Mm-hmm.
Just a thought to anybody. No personal attack here, but this is a very common overcompensation, and I do it, and everyone, I see a lot of, this is common.
Yeah.
Anytime someone flexes their money, it's an overcompensation 100% of the time. 99.9.
Oh,
Fuck
yeah.
it.
No, 100% of the time. If you flex your money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that one's very easy to catch, but it's like that for me, but like with so many things.
Mm-hmm.
Like or even if, it's hard to say about my relationships because it's so situational.
Yeah.
But my base overcompensations are coolness.
Yeah.
And I haven't even mentioned this. I can't even believe I didn't mention this, but living life on the edgeness.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I don't give a fuck. I haven't said I don't give
Zooism.
a fuck. Yeah, the zooism thing.
Mm.
A zooism is a complete overcompensation because I feel like that's something that I find valuable. So I just I just fucking exaggerate it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But egoists, let me know.
Egos, let me know if you guys relate.
Now let's counteract that. So here's some avoidant tendencies.
Okay.
Avoidance, let me know if you relate to this. I have an inflated view of myself and my judgments, and I think I'm right all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't rely on anyone else because of that. I just think I'm right all the time.
Even when do you know you're wrong, but you still think you're right sometimes?
Yeah. It's like how I know I'm insecure. I just literally don't feel it ever because I have fucking created this facade to make me feel good about it.
Yeah. Wow.
Like, it's great. Honestly, yo, somebody get me in, like, hey, if anyone wants to, like, write me in their paper, like, I will gladly do it.
In a psychology paper.
Remember that one Brooklyn Nine-Nine episode where they go to Holt's
Gina
party and
Linetti.
Gina Linetti
Yeah,
just-
she gets like studied.
Yeah, like, I believe that I am the best decision maker. So I will never, irrationally.
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
will just never rely on anybody for advice.
Yeah.
You know, like I've convinced myself that I am. I value my independence a lot and my right to autonomy. So I get triggered a lot when people don't respect my space in a long time. That's been a thing for me for a long time.
Oh, that's a classic.
Dude, that's actually a classic.
That's
DZ,
a classic
bro.
DZ. This isn't even a new thing,
Yeah.
man. This does not
That's
catch
a
me off guard.
classic DZ.
Yeah.
On my days off, do not call me. Do not text me. I'm just trying to chill.
He just wants to fucking edge and relax.
Yeah.
And then watch fucking Casino Royale.
I just want to edge and relax. And
Yeah.
the other day, my girlfriend, we hadn't talked. We had been busy,
Mm-hmm.
and I had told her like, "Yo, this is my day to relax. Like, I actually am so vocally burnt out.
Yeah.
I just want to do it to myself." And I did call her. She ended up having a bad day, so I called her for a little bit. I did sacrifice that. And 15 minutes in, I was like, okay, like 15 minutes is not a long time. And I was like, okay, I think I'm ready to be by myself again.
Yeah,
You know, I
yeah.
love you. And she asked for more time. It's valid. And like, that just upset me so much. I was like, yeah. I went like that. I went,
Yeah.
like
Huh.
I made those noises, bro. Because like that was an infringement on my time.
Yeah, and then you were like, "Yo, fuck out of here."
Yeah.
You know, like no, you didn't say that, but you
I was
know,
like,
it's like fuck. Man.
okay, like 3 more minutes.
Yeah.
And then I was like looking at my reels for the 3 minutes.
Bro had her in the side.
Yeah, no, bro. You know when you swipe it, so it's just the arrow.
Yeah.
I'm just playing. That's fucked up. I'm trolling. It makes me uncomfortable and sometimes frustrated when people have big displays of emotion. I talked about that. If my girlfriend has a big display of emotion that I find irrational, so it has to be rational for me. Everything has to be rational. If
Yeah.
you're upset about this, it has to be rational. If you're crying about this, it has to be rational.
Does this apply to all relationships? Like, have I ever come at you in, I want to say my most current self, past 6 months is my most current self. Have I ever come at you with like, yo, can you give me advice on this? It's just hella irrational.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I don't expect you to be as similar to me as I expect her to be similar to me.
Yeah.
One of my biggest, I want her to be similar to me, have the same views,
Mm-hmm.
have the same values, have the same approach.
If we were,
But I don't
similar-
expect you to do that because
Yeah.
we're not dating.
well, if we were the exact same,
No, that'd
something
be,
bad would happen.
yeah, dude.
Something really bad would
That'd
happen.
be bad friends. Bro.
When an unstoppable force meets an immovable object.
Like that would be bad. And
Yeah.
I think about that sometimes. Like I talk to my girlfriend about this. If there was another guy like me giving me my advice,
Yeah.
oh my God, I would hate them. We talk about how my advice is always like, get it done.
Yeah.
You know, take emotion out of it.
Mm-hmm.
You're being a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
If someone said that to me though, oh my God, I would fight. We would fight.
Yeah.
Like if you were me,
and I ever
and
said,
you're-
yo, you're being a bitch, bro.
I was like, oh, like I just keep fucking stubbing my toe. Because sometimes I have irrational complaints a lot. That's what I mean is like, if your dog died, I would be really empathetic to you. But if I was like, oh, just nothing goes my way, and you were like, you're being a bitch, I would realize you were right 3 hours later. But for those fucking 3 hours, holy fuck. Oh, my God.
it would
We'd
be,
fight.
yeah.
We'd fight.
Yeah. There'd be boxing going down. Yeah.
And then I also like fighting. This is why I don't fully there's a lot of reasons why I don't fully categorize myself as secure, but one of the reasons I don't is because I like getting into fights. I liked it in my past relationship and I like it now.
You like getting into fights?
I like getting into fights more than I like resolving the conflict sometimes.
But sometimes you got to resolve the conflict instantly.
I know. I don't know. See,
So it literally just depends
it
on the
literally
day.
depends. It depends on
Because-
if Pete's doing well.
Yeah, if Pete's doing well, you want to solve the fight right away, and you are more anxious in that regard. But then other times, if Pete's doing bad, he tripped and stubbed his toe or some shit.
Oh my God.
And then he also went to rehab.
No.
You want to fight.
Yeah, I think it actually, now that I had time to think about it in like that in that 20 seconds, I think it's if I feel personally attacked, I want to fight. If I don't feel personally attacked, I want to solve it. So a personal attack could be like, you said this. And if I didn't feel like I said that, we fighting. Like,
Yeah.
and there are times where I genuinely get high off of that shit.
You like screaming matches. You like
I like them until it's over, and then I realize that it's fucked.
you just destroyed everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're like manic in that way, where you like to fight,
Well, I mean,
and then you fuck everything up, and you're like, and then when you come out of it, you're like, holy shit, I just fucked everything up.
it's like a K-hole, bro.
The fuck is that?
It's like if you did meth. Okay, so let's say you did meth right now.
Mm-hmm. Inject. Beautiful boy.
Oh, it feels so good. Oh, it feels so good.
Yeah.
Okay, now you're not high anymore, and now you realize you fucked your life up. That's me with fighting.
Yeah. Wow.
Whereas like I like it in the moment.
And that's only if you get personally attacked.
yeah, and that's the injection. So like the personal attack is like mute.
The belt and everything. Yeah.
That's the personal
Wow.
attack.
Holy shit.
I don't think I've ever said that.
Yeah.
But
You, bro, but it's, once again, you like fighting, or at the same time, you don't like fighting.
I know. I don't understand.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Like I feel like this whole time I've just been saying contradictions to myself.
That's why it's not an easily digestible. I think your attachment style is just ego-based. If your ego gets attacked, you turn into an avoidant. If you and
if
then
I fuck up, I turn into anxious because I know I fuck up.
yeah, but if your ego gets attacked, avoidant. If you fucked up, anxious. So you just
Dude,
fucking
I flex.
You actually are a
I
flex.
actually flex Q.
You're a flex, motherfucker. Do you want to? I'll ask you this though. Do you want to do anything about your ego?
No, I think
No.
it gets me places. I think it gets me. I mean, dude, the thing is, historically, it has given me everything I've ever wanted. All right, so my relationships are perfect.
Okay.
My life is perfect. I really, even though I have problems, I make problems because I have no problems. Like,
Okay.
you know, the billionaire that goes to Erewhon is probably upset that his toilet seat wasn't $1 billion. It was actually 900 million.
Yeah.
That's me. All my problems are like first world elite problems.
Yeah.
So like, but I used to not be like that. I used to be a pussy. I used to hate myself. The thing is, my ego has put me in a place that I dreamed of being.
I'm so curious what your opinion is going to be on this in 5 years.
I know, that's the thing.
I'm really curious.
I really hope that I call myself a pussy.
Yeah.
Because we probably will.
Well, the thing is like in my opinion, there needs to be a balance.
Yeah.
There needs to be balance, but that's not how you're living right now.
No, but I'm gonna give myself some credit now. Here's some banana leaf.
Okay, we've been digging it on, bro.
Banana loaf
Let's give him
points.
some banana points.
I do have a lot of secure tendencies, even though I mentioned all the bad things that I just had.
Yeah.
If you only mention the bad things, you might think, oh, this is 100% of his life. Like, no, like my relationship is hella secure.
Yeah.
It's super
The
healthy.
fact that you can fucking go on FaceTime with your girlfriend and talk about these prompts and plan for this episode shows a extreme level of security.
Yeah, and also we like don't fight that like that. Like,
Yeah.
I say I miss the high because I miss it.
Because
Like,
you
I
miss
don't get it, bro.
Because he's in rehab, bro. He's in rehab. He's sober.
Guys, I'm really sober. One, I'm generally secure when it comes to generic relationship anxiety. So, like, what's a generic relationship anxiety inducing event? Girlfriend goes out.
She went out. She's hanging out one-on-one with a boy,
But if it's boy best friend, it's different.
and he's bi, not gay, and he just got out of a relationship.
See, but that's not even, that's
Dude,
normal,
by the
bro.
way, that clip was perfectly edited. In
That
my
shit
opinion.
was so funny.
That was so good.
How?
How did you get that clip was perfectly fucking edited, bro. Holy shit.
But I still stand by that even though I say I'm secure in those, that is a generic the generic relationship anxiety is like,
yeah.
oh, she hasn't texted me back. Oh, she goes out. Like, that is, I'm normally good with that. It was just that one time.
Yeah.
But that clip where you're saying, oh, and she's hanging out with her boy best friend. Oh, and he's actually bi, not gay, and he's got a
Well,
relationship.
that's a different
That's
story.
literally normal to get anxious.
Yeah, that's
over. I swear to
totally
God.
fucking different, bro. That's totally different.
I easily express, hey, this is not even from me. I'm quoting this. Derek easily expresses affection and emotional intimacy.
Oh yeah. Oh. Dude, guys, I want to say that. Why'd you just do a monkey? Why'd you do Curious George? That's like Curious
Bro,
DZ.
I will never let anyone actually see the full extent of my babiness, and I never will.
I
It's
saw a
jarring.
glimpse of it,
It's
and
a
it
glimpse.
fucking is weird, bro. He goes, "Oh baby, oh baby, are you hungry?" Like, dude, I'll be in the kitchen.
Fuck y'all.
I'll
Y'all
be
jealous.
I'll be in this guy's kitchen, and I'll hear from like a room away. Oh baby, you look so cute today. I'm like, dude,
You know what
the
I call
fuck?
her? Our nickname. It's been
What?
like a long-lasting one. I'll be like, okay, this is what.
Baby.
Okay, this is what happens when I pick up the phone.
Oh,
live
God.
thing.
God.
Beshi. All right, that's it. That was the sneak peek. Y'all are jealous. If you hating, you're jealous.
I'm not even hating.
No,
It's
you're not
just-
hating.
It's just because I'm seeing you in a different context.
Yeah.
Imagine if you saw me fucking.
Ew.
Yeah, I don't want to see you. I don't want to see you do Kegels, bro. Dude, imagine Friday when we hang out with everybody, because Friday we're doing Jackbox night, right? After that, we go to Greta. You just see me making out with a girl. Isn't that
making
disgusting?
out's fine.
No. I've seen you make out. I don't like it.
Dude, again, it wasn't on me, bro.
I don't like it,
That
bro.
wasn't on me.
I know, but I still don't like it.
I didn't
bro.
like it. Okay, I liked it. I lied.
I don't want to see your tongue in a motherfucker, bro.
Depends how drunk I am is the answer. If I'm sober, I might be jarred, but if I'm drunk, you know what I'm doing? You know what I'm
He's
doing. if I'm
0.5
drunk.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's taking a photo of it. But isn't that just fucked if you just see me making out with, like, I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to see that side of you.
It depends, like, what she looks like, too.
Yeah, let's not elaborate on that.
I am not codependent. I really am not. It's just that one day, okay?
Or would you, because you said you're afraid to be alone, too.
When I think of codependency, I think of somebody that's just extremely attached to their partner.
Marshall
like,
and
all
Lily.
the time. Yeah, I do think of Marshall and Lily.
Yeah.
But if I was codependent, I wouldn't like deny it. Like I wouldn't be opposed to it.
You
Like
would, being codependent is awesome,
no,
bro.
it's cute, bro.
Yeah, no, it's genuinely adorable, bro.
Like,
I don't want to fucking hear
Oh,
it.
we're gonna go get the milk.
Yeah, like, oh, baby, I have to go poop. Can you come with me?
That's I never want anyone to see me poop ever.
Really?
That's gross because it makes noise when it comes on my asshole.
Pretty sure I've seen you poop before.
Have you seen it come out my asshole?
No.
I don't want her to see me poop. I don't want to see her poop. I think it's like there's a feminine energy you lose when your boyfriend sees poop come out your asshole because it makes noise. It goes. I'm pretty good at setting boundaries and enforcing them. I'm good at that.
Oh, yeah.
I value my time with her, but I'm able to be on my own. And I wrote my final verdict.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a high-functioning disorganized attachment.
That is your verdict.
Yeah. Because
High functioning.
even though we talk about all these criticisms, I am generally pretty healthy. And I'm very emotionally intelligent, I want to say.
The fact that you just are aware of your problems also takes fucking intelligence, you know?
Yeah.
Like, the fact that you're like, yo, I did all these things wrong. I can recognize I did these things wrong. I can also recognize I'm doing these things right, you know? And stuff that you want to improve on. Like, what's something you want to improve on with your attachment style?
Okay, what's something I want to improve on? With my
Let's end it with the things
style?
we want to improve on.
Okay. So relationship-wise, I want to be able to control my irritation. For example, the Oxford theory thing. Fun fact, my dad went to Oxford. The Oxford theory thing, I shouldn't.
Oh, he was a gym teacher. He was a gym teacher at Oxford, right?
Do you know that bit?
He was a gym teacher at
Do you
Oxford.
know that bit?
Yeah, he was a gym teacher. Was he not a gym
Girls
teacher?
PE teacher.
Yeah. Wait, was he not a gym teacher at Oxford? I swear to God, you told me this like years ago. He was like, you said he worked like a bunch of different jobs. And one of them, he was a gym teacher at Oxford, right?
He was a girls PE teacher at Oxford.
Yeah. No, I knew that.
Do you know that bit?
Yeah, I do. Dude, can we explain that bit to newcomers that don't know that?
I don't
It's so
think we've
funny.
ever mentioned this.
That's how I know it, because we mentioned it before, but years and years ago.
So in grade 8, in grade 9, everyone would always ask what happened to my dad.
Derek didn't want to tell people.
I didn't want to tell people, especially this kid named John Doe. I'm not even going to fucking censor his name because
Because his name is literally John Doe.
Yeah.
Context, if this is your first episode, what happened to Derek's dad? Jumped off a building, killed
jumped
himself.
off a building, killed himself. So, but everyone's like curious about it because the word spreads.
Mm-hmm.
People gossip. Everyone knew. Literally everyone knew.
Except John Doe.
Except John Doe.
And me.
And you.
Yeah.
'Cause you
I came late. I came
And
in
John
grade 9.
Doe was like an anomaly. Like, who the fuck is named that?
Yeah, it's a funny ass guy.
So he's like, what happened? What happened? And Juno and I, we were friends in grade 8.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to tell people. So I was like, Juno. And he's like, he asked me, what should I tell him? And I was like, just tell him my dad teaches PE at Harvard. It was Harvard. And then he comes up to me, John's, and he's like, your dad teaches PE at Harvard? They teach that there? And I was like, yeah, girls PE, bro. And this is before anyone applied to university, so you thought PE class was like a thing at Harvard.
Crazy
so
lie.
everyone around me thought my dad worked at Harvard to teach girls PE.
Because he didn't want to lie about his dad killing himself. Valid at the time.
And then I don't know. And then it just got out.
yeah.
People were spilling the beans.
People spilled the beans. Shout out JW.
Dude, it was him.
It was JW.
But no
hate. He
No
was
hate
13.
because I spill beans right now as a 22-year-old.
Yeah. Sorry,
you know?
JW. Shout out to you.
Yeah. But the thing I want to work on is my irritation. I want to be able to catch that before I go for massive bids of attention. I want to catch that before I try to, overcompensate and be big.
Yeah.
When I overcompensate, I try to be bigger than I really am because it feels better. I want to be able to catch it more, so I don't do that.
Yeah.
And for friendships, maybe open up more. I definitely like the ratio of me opening up and being vulnerable to my girlfriend, to my friendship. Even though there's supposed to be a skewed ratio, I think it's a little bit too skewed.
Well, I do want to say this. I'll add on to this. I don't pry ever because the times I just don't pry. Like, because when I do ask, it's not that you shut me down, but you go, "Oh, everything's all good, bro."
But the thing is, sometimes everything is all good. I'm
Yeah,
not.
But I mean,
Like, I'm not lying sometimes.
I want to say almost every time I see you, the first thing I ask you is, "How are you doing, bro?" Or "How's your relationship? How's blank?" Almost 99.9% of the time, unless there's an elephant.
Or there's a small complaint. I have small complaints. I'll be
Yeah.
like,
I'm hungry.
I'm
tired.
Or my fucking tires got shipped to the wrong house.
Yeah.
But usually when I'm not lying.
Mm-hmm. But like, I don't pry ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And do you want me to pry? Because I know you do not. Like, in my opinion, if I pry, I just feel like it would irritate you.
Or I could just tell the truth. But I want 85% to 90% of the time I'm telling the truth.
Yeah.
Like, I am just doing good.
Mm-hmm.
Or like I'm tired. I'll be like, I'm good, just tired.
Yeah.
I'm not even lying, bro.
Yeah, he's not even lying. But when problems do come up in
It's
history,
on me
yeah,
to
exactly.
tell the truth.
In
It's
history,
not on you to pry.
Yeah.
But you can hit a pry. We could see what
I'll
happens.
pry every once in a while.
Worst case scenario, we go like, yo, DZ yelled at me for prying. That's funny.
Okay, we'll make it content. Yeah.
Worst case scenario.
Okay. I'm going to say, I want to say I'm going to have a big blanket statement of things I want to work on because we could do a part 3 and part 4 of things we want to work on, but we're not going to do that. A big thing I want to work on is, before I say this, I'm going to explain something very funny to you guys. Not very funny. It sucked. And this happened last week.
Do I notice?
You know this.
What?
Me and Derek were filming a video. Like a video separate from BeerSos. We're not going to talk about it yet, but we were filming a video.
Oh, you got tilted. Oh, yeah.
And we bought new microphones because we had to do different mics for this video. When it comes to audio, Derek does video, I do audio. That's the balance we have.
Yeah.
Derek does social media, I do YouTube and Spotify. That's our, like, not agreement, but that's the roles we've fallen into, right?
And it works.
It works.
Great.
And I have OCD. And like
obsessive compulsion disorder.
Obsessive compulsive disorder.
Fuck.
Fucking Robert De Niro in what's a good movie? The Silver Linings Playbook.
Oh yeah, because he always makes his son like point the remote a certain way for the Jets
and like
to
sits
win.
with him or something, right?
Yeah.
I have OCD, and I wanted to make sure these mics were fucking perfect. I wanted to make sure I got them perfect. So that night, right
That's
before
why you
the
do
shoot,
the mics, bro. Because
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, this motherfucker's got OCD.
like,
It's good for him.
right? But it's good for me. I need to feed it, you know. And the night before the shoot, I tested the mics over and over and over and over again. I fucking quadruple checked them. I watched like a 1.5 hour tutorial on how to use the mics. I set them up perfectly. The night before the shoot, I literally arranged them and laid them all out in like fucking rows.
It's like the day before school, you put
like
your outfit out.
Yeah, I do that. I literally had it perfectly aligned just right beside my bed so I could wake up and look at them. And then I made sure before I left for my driving lesson before the shoot, I tested them again to make sure they were fucking perfect. Then we go to the shoot. Guys, guess what fucking happens? I fuck the mic and it doesn't pick up sometimes, and I fuck the audio. I need to learn.
But did you test it? So what happened was we unplugged it and we assumed that the camera audio would automatically start recording from the camera mic.
Yeah.
Did you test that?
I
at all?
tested everything.
Oh shit.
And I
it
still
worked?
fucked it. I still fucked it. No,
Wow.
I need to learn to let go.
Yeah.
That is my underlying explanation behind why I explained that story. That is what I've said countless times before, even in the resolutions episode. I just wanted to kind of explain it a different way.
Yeah.
I need to learn to let go. It got like in that scenario with the mics, I made sure they were perfect. I fucking obsessed over them. It still went wrong.
You need a routine.
Yeah.
Like, this is my let go routine. 1, I'm going to wash my face.
2,
Oh, fuck, this is improv, dude. I'm going to jerk off.
3.
I think that's good.
So my underlying point is like I need to learn to let go. I spent so much time obsessing over something just for it to go wrong. If I spent less time obsessing over it, I could have actually gotten it right. Maybe I would have been less stressed about it, and I could have had more thoughts.
It would have been the same outcome, but
Yeah.
you have 4 more hours and you play Valorant for that. 4
Ew,
hours.
ew. The Witcher 3. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
Like, you get to, like, you know.
Something I do is I never live in the present. I will always solve problems before they happen, even if they don't happen. I'll just solve the problem
That
before it
wastes
happens.
energy and time.
Yeah, and I'm not present. I'm literally not present right now.
What are you
bro.
doing right now?
I'm fucking thinking about fucking you getting mad because of the noise.
This is my mom.
Yeah, but I'm not present right now in this conversation. Like
Whoa.
you know, I'm not present with the words I'm saying right now. I need to learn to let go and detach from outcomes. In relationships, everything, 0 anxiety.
Let it go freestyle.
Let it go
On the
freestyle
Patreon.
on the Patreon. We're also going to be talking about Derek's ex's attachment styles as well, because in the Patreon last time we talked about my ex's attachment styles.
Do I shit on them a lot? Like, I
not-
have posts talking about them clarity. all
No
the
lie,
time.
you shit on yourself so much this episode. Like at one point, I literally said like, oh, I gotta cut that out, bro. I don't know if I'll leave the part in where I say I have to cut it out, but he shit on himself so much, I thought I had to take some of it out.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
You know, I shit on myself. They don't deserve it.
Well,
but it's
the way
truth
I
as
talked
well.
about it, I didn't shit on them. I just said this was their attachment style. It doesn't have good
Unless
or
you guys
bad
want me to shit on it.
connotation.
Unless you guys want that.
Yeah,
then-
so we're gonna jump to the Patreon now. Talk about Derek's ex's attachment types, how he gelled with them as well.
And if you want to know more about, because people love the dating life lore. People love the dating life.
Oh, you guys are
lore.
gonna love the next episode.
Oh shit!
Valentine's Day special.
You want to hear my last thing? You want to hear my longest yeah boy? Remember that video?
What?
Remember that video? My longest yeah boy.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
What
I know.
word should I say as long as I can?
Yeah, boy. I don't know.
Pete Davidson.
BeerSos.